Hey Evan, do you know which heroes are going to Myth Awaken and come to New World server?
I can't remember.
7K Dreamer, please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Some of you guys have asked me what are the upcoming heroes coming to the New World server and to talk about them. So this video will be to give you an idea of who we can possibly get for the rest of 2020 and how you can prepare for them if you want. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you find it helpful and want more of such content. Just a disclaimer before we begin, I have no idea at all how the developers have planned it and everything is just based on speculation. Also, rubies are definitely needed. First off, Mythical Awaken normal heroes, there are 4 still missing in action, namely Mei, Heaveneer, Yuri and Hayoung, who is the most recent one released in the Korea server. These heroes are mainly used as PvE support heroes and will likely also be the case in the New World server. Heaveneer and Mei are 2 heroes who are incredibly delayed due to the New World server's pattern of releasing only one Mythical Awakening of an old hero every month. Perhaps these heroes are also reserved for future mode expansions or even new PvE modes like the Labyrinth and the revamped Celestial Tower. What I hope to see from these heroes would include the provision of even more status effect resistances, especially for PvE, and perhaps also buff duration reduction, which is an effect that is lacking for PvE support heroes. So it will be great if you build a level 50 copy of these heroes after you have finished building your other key normal heroes, which I already have made a video in the link above. To be honest, I think they could come pretty soon because in terms of old special hero Mythical Awakenings, surprisingly there are only 3 heroes left in the roster. They are Ares, Yeonhee and Rudy. Ares and Yeonhee are more recently released on the Korea server, especially Yeonhee, so I don't think she will be coming within the next 2 to 3 months, but maybe by the end of the year. In the Korea server, all 3 heroes are used in Arena. Ares is an offensive hero there, unlike here in New World where she is not only a universal type but also a PvE support hero, especially for Castle Rush and Heavenly Stairs. They could make her a top PvE support unit again after her Mythical Awakening. By now I guess everyone should already have an Ares given that she is a blue frame special hero. Rudy's Mythical Awakening is highly rumoured to be coming in October for the game's 5th anniversary. I mean, I can't think of a hero more fitting for such a big occasion apart from him, and furthermore the grand anniversary banner was already prepared earlier this year during Korea server's 6th anniversary, so the odds are pretty high. I think having Rudy come back to complement Suda in New World's arena will be something to look forward to. But speaking of this anniversary banner, there are 2 heroes who appear on it and have not been released. The first is Regin Leif, who should be also making her debut alongside Mythical Awaken Rudy during the New World's 5th anniversary. She is also the 5th Celestial Guardian supposed to be released, so the order still follows suit. Regin Leif is a magic hero in the Korea server, so you may want to consider stocking up on water elements before mid-October. It is possible for magic and offensive heroes to change to universal when they get brought over, so having dark elements definitely will be good too. Since hero skill sets will ultimately change, I will not talk about them in this video, but if you are curious about the Korea server skill sets, do check out my first feature playlist linked above. The other unreleased hero is Gerard. Gerard is somewhat a fairly newish offensive special hero in Korea server, released right before Mythical Awaken Rudy and Regin Leif. Seeing how we are only 2 months away from New World's 5th anniversary, could Gerard actually be released first over the 2 other Demon Lords Fenrir and Sage? Fenrir has been the most highly anticipated hero in New World for a very long time, ever since Wukong's Mythical Awakening, but still he is nowhere to be found. He is an offensive hero and has a unique ability that allows him to transform into a cute pupper that I'm not sure if that ability still exists. Sage is a universal type hero in the Korea server, but could become a magic type in the New World. He is likely based off the world serpent Jormungandr from Norse mythology, and as you see from his skill animations, it seems like there's plenty of venom being sprayed around, so he could have poison on his skill set. And back to Gerard, if he gets released earlier than them, I think that will definitely be very attention grabbing since it's yet another change in hero release order. Gerard also fits in really well with the current New World meta, which favors offensive teams, and he looks likely to also be an offensive unit when he is brought over. They could release him earliest next week or September, but I think August is a better bet. Why so? Because as we know, since February, 7 Knights of Old have been released every 2 to 3 months. September marks the next 2 months duration after 5's release, and there is one final 7 Knight of Old so far, and that is Rosie, the ancestor of Chris. Like Chris, she is a universal type hero, and what's interesting about her is that she has one support skill and one damage skill. I'll be honest, her design could potentially be very OP, seeing how her animations and concept all revolve around zombies. Could she get a new ability to grant an ally with the lowest health immortality for 3 to 4 turns? Or will they retain the effect on her awakened skill, which revives allies with 50% HP? Team Revive is a concept previously unique to Awaken Chris before the reboot, but will it make a comeback with Rosie? Personally, I would think August is way too soon for another 7 Knight of Old, and would wish for her release to coincide with Halloween celebrations in late October or early November instead. And the last hero I think could come out soon is Aram. I know I've been mentioning him for a while, and I think he is the most delayed hero till date. The reason why I think Aram could be coming out is because of the recent Hero Sanctum expansion, which not only uses Hidden Masters, but also gives an additional buff for Hidden Masters. So could this be a tiny sign? Aram is a support hero in Korea with the unique mutation ability to transform an enemy into a pig. So this prevents them from using their skills and also nullifies their passive. All buffs and debuffs are removed from the target, and they cannot be inflicted with new buffs and debuffs under the effect. Also, every hit dealt to the target will be 10,000 fixed damage. Once the target is hit 3 times, the mutation effect will end. The problem with this effect is that the way hits and turns work in Korea server is still like the old PvP system before our reboot. Heroes can have multiple hits in one skill, so the mutation effect may end faster than expected. But in New World, all skills now are single hit, so this could lead to a very prolonged crippling of the enemy team. And our developers could be working on modifying the mechanic to fit the mutation effect for the New World server, and that's one of my guesses why Arang is being delayed for so long. Overall speaking, Hidden Masters have been a very neglected group of heroes apart from Battery, so hopefully they will be remade as a group over time, because that could create some cool dynamics and teams in Arena. So apart from all those heroes mentioned earlier, we do have other new special heroes like Radgrid, Judas, Abel and Anti, but I think these are far too early to come over the next few months. Whoever it is that is coming, you will need to make sure you have sufficient 6-star sacrifices for Mythical power up, and also at least 6 copies of each element of each rank on hand all the time. Ruby farming is something that is a daily routine, and you can watch the farming guides and do the reverse power up method to get more fodder for longer farming runs. Soul Essence and Gold are also needed to build heroes fast. And with that, I've come to the end of this prediction overview. Let me know in the comments who you are most excited about. Remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more guides. Thank you so much and see you!